In the 10th chapter of the Gita, Krishna is explaining how beautiful the world is. Krishna says, I'm the light of the sun. Of stars, I'm the moon. Of bodies of water, I'm the ocean. Of trees, I'm the banyan tree. Krishna says, I'm the taste in water, the ability in man. Of rivers, I'm the Ganges, I'm the strength of the strong. And then in the 11th chapter, Krishna shows how brutal this world will be, because Krishna shows everything comes to destruction. So Arjuna is on the journey. He has asked the question of meaning, and Krishna has dealt with the question of who he is. For any philosopher, there are two questions to answer. Who am I? But the second question that has to be answered in order to have a vision of how I need to move forward in my life is, where am I? Where are you? In the temple? Where are you? In Watford? In London? In the UK? Where are you on the planet Earth? What is this environment? If I was to ask you to describe the world in one word, what word would you use? Confusing? Interesting? That's a nice way of saying confusing. What word would you use to describe the world we're living in? Chaotic? Illusory? Challenging? Amazing? Thank you. Some positivity. There are many, many words which we can use to describe the world, because there are so many events and emotions that we experience in this world. I'm going to show you a flash of history, the history of the world. Fasten your seatbelts. Some of the pictures will be strong. Some of the pictures may touch your heart. Some of the images may inspire you, because these are all the images that we experience in the world that we're living in. And Krishna is going to now teach Arjuna, what is this world? The world that you interact with every single day.
Like everyone else, I learn about what is going on in the world from the media. Looking at morning newspapers, listening to the radio, and watching television.
New Prime Minister reached its time. Rome, a free man.
It's only too easy to conclude that nothing is going right in the world.
Never.
Plane crashes.
What color are you?
Earthquakes. Volcanic eruptions. Rats. Wars. Acts of terrorism. Famine. Every individual and every nation have problems. But we need life to go on. Stand up. Everything that we know is right, so that we can show the world that we are not afraid of the future. Everything we do now is helping to shape the world in which our children are going to live. The future is not only about new gadgets, modern technology, or the latest fashion. What matters even more is the way in which those from different backgrounds behave towards each other in everyday life.
brutality.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it.
There you have it, friends. This is the world we're living in. Beauty and brutality changing at every single moment. In the 10th chapter of the Gita, Krishna is explaining how beautiful the world is. Krishna says, I'm the light of the sun. Of stars, I'm the moon. Of bodies of water, I'm the ocean. Of trees, I'm the banyan tree. Krishna says, I'm the taste in water, the ability in man. Of rivers, I'm the Ganges, I'm the strength of the strong. And then in the 11th chapter, Krishna shows how brutal this world will be, because Krishna shows everything comes to destruction. And therefore, what is the story of this world? Beauty, brutality, and everything in between. Dear friends, don't be surprised by anything you see in this world, because Krishna has predicted it. And realize that everything, as Krishna says, is moving in seasons. Every single year they do a World Happiness Survey. In March of the year, they look at which countries have the most influence, which countries have the most economic stability, which countries have the most governments with the most integrity, which countries have the most opportunities, and they create a World Happiness Table. This was the World Happiness Table in March 2023. Do you see something interesting? Anything stand out to you in this list? Look at this. In March 2023, Israel was said to be the 4th happiest country in the world. 7 months later, just 7 months later, paramilitary wings of Hamas launched a terrorist attack on the territories of Israel, and this was Israel. Beauty to brutality. We're not making a statement on any of the politics here, whether it's the brutality in Israel, whether it's the brutality in Gaza, whether it's the brutality in Ukraine. The practical reality is that everything in this world is in flux. And therefore, Krishna says, beauty and brutality. These are going side by side in the world we're living in. Sometimes you will experience the beauty of life. And sometimes it's so beautiful. Once some people were walking through the Grand Canyon and they were looking at things and they were saying, that's so beautiful, that's magnificent, that's wonderful. And one person said, don't speak. Your words are just not doing justice to the beauty. Better just not say anything at all. Sometimes we see the beauty and there are no words. Your words won't do justice. And you know, sometimes you will see brutality and your words will not do justice. There are no words. And so Krishna says, even in our own lives, there will be beauty, definitely. But no, brutality will also come. That's the nature of the world, constantly in flux. And so, Krishna explains to Arjuna Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasyam Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Krishna says, I'm perfect and complete. The spiritual world is perfect and complete. But know that everything that emanates from me, including the material world, is also perfect and complete. Perfect? Prakrti, the material world, which is full of so much brutality, how can it be perfect? Krishna explains to Arjuna the reason you're bewildered by the world is because you haven't understood the purpose of the world. The moment you understand the purpose of the world, then you look at the world in a different way. And therefore, Krishna tells Arjuna, Punarjanma Dukhalayam Ashashvatam Napnuvanti Mahatmanaha Samsiddhim Paramam Gata. Dukhalaya, place of misery. And perfect? Yes. Perfectly imperfect. Perfect for its purpose. Perfect to help us realize, don't stay here. Every good prison pushes you to get out of here. And therefore, Krishna tells Arjuna, understand this world, understand how it's working, understand what its purpose is. Krishna tells Arjuna there are different people. Some people look at the world and they try to enjoy it. If you do that, you'll be frustrated. Krishna says some people get frustrated and then they try to escape the world. Krishna says even that is incomplete. Krishna says you have to engage with the world appropriately. Do your business and then get out. If you romanticize the world and think you're going to create a beautiful situation here, you're in for a shock. And if you try to demonize the world and say there's nothing good here, it's just a waste of time, you'll also be frustrated. Instead, Krishna says, utilize the world and go beyond. Most people, the problem is they're looking at the world through their senses and their sentiment. And therefore they get frustrated, confused. But Krishna is telling Arjuna, now I'm going to teach you to look at the world through Shastra and the soul. And when you elevate your vision of what this world is, then what will happen? When you become deeper, then what will happen is you'll be able to engage with this world appropriately. So Arjuna has realized, I can't enjoy this world. It just doesn't work. And then Arjuna is thinking, maybe I should just escape the whole thing and get out of here. And Krishna says, don't do either of those. I'm going to teach you how to engage with the world appropriately. And therefore, in teaching Arjuna what is the meaning of life, Krishna first teaches him, who am I? And then Krishna tells him, where am I? These two topics are the first major things that Krishna is teaching and the first major things that we need to deeply understand. If we don't understand this, there's no question of finding happiness in life. And therefore, this is what Krishna is offering us in the Gita. Hare Krishna.